I'm one of one. I'm number one. I'm the only one. Don't even waste your time trying to compete with me. No one else in the world can think like me. Beyonce Knowles Carter. You have the power to be the boss of your own life. I'm your host, Monica Allen. I'm a wife, mom, entrepreneur, best-selling author, lifelong learner, and your biz bestie. I have a love and passion for all things small business. Growing my own company from $700 to over 7 figures annually, my goal is to bring you inspiration, business-focused topics and tips, encouragement, and a community that helps you launch, grow, and scale your business, whether you are a dreamer, a side hustler, or a seasoned entrepreneur. You are listening to the Become Your Own Boss podcast. Before we dive into the episode today, I want to remind you that it is that time of year again. The time of year where for those of us who love stationery or still use physical planners, this is usually the time we pick one out. I want to take a moment to quickly tell you about the Become Your Own Boss Planner. This is a planner I developed almost 5 years ago. But this isn't just another planner. It's a roadmap to mastering every aspect of your life, designed to empower you in 6 key areas: spiritual, intellectual, financial, physical well-being, love and relationships, and entertaining experiences. It's more than just a planner. Set your goals in each facet and watch as you not only reach but surpass them. With its convenient spiral-bound design and a quarterly format, this planner is crafted to keep you organized and motivated throughout the year. Whether you're an entrepreneur or looking to elevate your personal growth, the Become Your Own Boss Planner is your ally in turning dreams into reality. Get yours today and start transforming your aspirations into achievements. You can see the link in the show notes to order. This past summer, I attended my 5th Beyonce concert. It's funny, Ethan asked me recently if I considered myself a fan. And I had to think about it because when I think about fans, I often think back to the people who I saw on TV when I was a kid crying when Michael Jackson simply rode by, or even some of them would faint. And I never have been like that when it came to any artist. However, what I have come to realize is that what I am a fan of when it comes to Beyonce is her level of excellence and business acumen. Like wine, she truly gets better at her craft with age. I want to chat about a few things that I've gained through my fanship of Beyonce since her first solo album, Crazy in Love. I was honestly never a huge fan of Destiny's Child, though I did love the song Survivor. I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up. Such an empowering song. So that was one of my faves from Destiny's Child. I also just saw her movie, which simply further solidified her talent, business sense, and her all-around dedication to excellence. I truly can find entrepreneurial lessons all around me. And my biggest notice with Beyonce was in 2018 during the OTR2 or On the Run 2 tour. I remember vividly the huge stage that went up into the air holding dancers and band members. It actually reminded me a lot of Hollywood Squares, but it was much bigger. At one point, this portion of the stage glowed red, and I saw in one of the boxes, "Excellence Always," and it stuck with me. Now, I must admit, I asked people around me who went to the concert, we went to the concert together, if they saw it, and every one of them told me no. But I know what I saw. I know it was there. And it truly resonated with me, so much so that I shared it with my team. I made it some of my passwords, and I had it posted in random places around the office. Excellence always. As I mentioned, this past weekend, Beyonce's movie came out, and I had the joy and pleasure of attending the pre-screening with my great friend and fellow Bey fan, Christy. The movie left me inspired, in awe, and honestly wondering, what does that payroll look like? I mean, seriously, as I'm looking at this movie, I am thinking, look at all these people she's responsible for. And if you're an employer, you know what that feels like, the weight of just having that, knowing that you're responsible for all of the people who are on your payroll. And Beyonce has a lot of them, and a lot of them have to travel with her. And of course, the business covers all of those expenses. This really clarified for me the prices of her tickets. Just like many of our goods and services have gone up in price, so has hers, I'm certain. Labor costs, all of that has gone up, and thus more expensive concert tickets. I believe there are many valuable insights and experiences that we entrepreneurs can learn from Miss Carter. First of all, there's the evolution. Beyonce's musical career has evolved over 27 years, starting out performing small gigs around Houston, Texas, and with the group Girls Time, who failed to win on Star Search. And of course, the ups and downs she had through the different members of Destiny's Child. This really mirrors the journey of an entrepreneur. We start out, we find our niche, and continuously we have to innovate or evolve to stay relevant. Beyonce is the queen of reinventing herself. And we sometimes have to do the same. We lose team members and have to keep it moving. We have to persevere through it all. We don't always win the client, or sometimes we lose a client. We don't always come out on top, but we have to push through and keep going. Secondly, diversification is the key to longevity. Beyonce has ventured into acting, fashion, streaming services, and truthfully, they have not all been as excellent as her musical career. It is important, though, that we are all willing to diversify in our businesses. For example, when we started Stuff for Greeks, we only started with jackets. That's all we did. We didn't do anything else. We focused on jackets, but then we eventually diversified into sweatshirts and t-shirts and a variety of things. And then we kept getting customers asking us, have we ever considered opening in a store? And because we got the requests so often, we actually began to think about it, and we ended up opening Zeus's Closet for Greeks. It was going to be a Greek boutique, but we quickly found out that we weren't going to survive only providing for Greek members. And so we diversified into doing work for businesses, the movie and TV industry, even people who have created personal brands. Another thing about Beyonce is her willingness to take creative risk. Her Lemonade album was so raw to me. She went in, she went hard. The fact that she made a visual album along with it really gave us all a glimpse into the artistry that is her and her team. It was absolutely amazing. And she always kind of keeps us on our toes with her new albums dropping. We don't always know when they're coming, but it's always exciting when they do. She's willing to take creative risk. And if you're an entrepreneur, you've already taken a risk just jumping into entrepreneurship. But you also take risk in perhaps adding a new product or adding a new service. You don't always know how it's going to go. You may have some ideas, but you don't always know. Back in 2018, we decided to open another location. We were really focused on franchising. But honestly, with COVID and people going to shop more online and people being willing to shop more online, we actually decided to close our second location this year. Because even though it was a risk we took, we jumped in head first, we decided we wanted to kind of pull back on that. But sometimes you have to try things and learn from those things. So we've learned a lot through that process. We've also added products, and most recently, we've added coaching services for our customers who are interested in starting their own brands. Another thing that is unparalleled about Beyonce is the fans that she has cultivated over the years. The Bayhive is unparalleled. And for us as entrepreneurs, we really will have a very strong business if we can cultivate that kind of fanship with our customers. That can make the world of difference because your customers can go to bat for you sometimes. Your customers will be loyal and come back to you when they know they need something. I've said this before, but we have literally had customers complain, or potential customers, prospective customers complain about shipping costs or complain about the prices of our items. And we've had other customers chime in on social media and say, but the quality is unparalleled. The artistry is unparalleled. You will not get it anywhere else. We don't even have to say anything because we have built that fan base for our brand. And as entrepreneurs, that should be our goal for our business, is to create a fan base that truly resonates and keeps our customers and clients coming back. I think another reason why Beyonce has such a dedicated fan base is because she makes her fans feel powerful. They feel stronger listening to many of her songs. For example, Run the World, Girls, and Break My Soul, Alien Superstar, Formation. The entire Lemonade album is very empowering for women. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. She makes her fans feel strong. And we as business owners can do the same thing. Donald Miller says it best in his book, Building a Story Brand. If you help your customer be the hero, you're not swooping in saving them, but because they picked your service or they picked your product, they are the hero. They delivered the best thing. They didn't make a mistake in what they purchased or the service they bought. They are stronger and they will be more loyal. And one of the reasons that she has such a loyal fan base is the next thing, her commitment to excellence. Excellence always. She hires the best dancers, the best tech, the best sound, the best lighting, the best writers. She works her butt off. If you've seen the movie or if you go see the movie, you will know what I mean. She puts in work because she wants to deliver excellence to her fans each and every time on tour, on her album. She dresses amazing. The amount of outfits that she had on this tour is fantastic. And yes, she has made lots of money. She has the money to invest in her craft and in her business. And we have to do the same thing. I love Alien Superstar from the latest album. I quoted it at the top of this episode. I'm one of one. I'm number one. I'm the only one. Don't even waste your time trying to compete with me. No one else in this world can think like me. I want that to resonate with you as a business owner because you are unique. You are one of one. So is your business. Yes, you may have competitors, but no one else in the world can think like you. No one has your sauce. No one has what you have. And so really the takeaways from what I've learned over the years of watching Beyonce grow and not really considering myself a fan, but I've learned these things. Be open to evolve in your business. Be willing to diversify your offerings. Continue to take risks. Provide products and services that create a loyal customer/fan base. Aim for excellence always. And never forget, you are UNIQUE, unique. You and your business are unique. Thanks so much for listening. I truly appreciate you tuning in. I had such a wonderful session earlier with my Live Life by Your Design workshop. There was someone on the call that has been listening to the podcast for a while. And honestly, it's always so exciting to hear from people who listen to the podcast. And truly, one of the best ways to show that you're a listener is to go and leave a review for the podcast. I would love your feedback. I would love to be able to see your username and just feel a little bit closer to you. So if you don't mind, take a moment, go rate the podcast and write a review. It doesn't have to be long. It can be very brief. But if you don't mind, go and leave a review. Also, if you don't already, subscribe to the podcast so you don't have to worry about going out and finding it. It will download to your phone. And do follow me on Instagram at Become Your Own Boss Podcast. Remember, now is the time. Now is the time to level up, leave a legacy, and become your own boss.